Well, I had a good friend that I went to school with and played some softball with and bartended with at the old Molly Brown named Dick Hart. And I went off to basic training, and Dick came up with this brainstorm when he was in Broadus teaching high school.
In 1970, the fall and spring of '71, I was a business education teacher, physical education teacher, and in my business education class, we tried to come up with a hypothetical business.
We had a business class, and they did this project to put together a business, and they came up with a sporting goods company.
Anyway, they chose a sporting goods store.
Dick's wife didn't like Broadus. Dick liked this concept, went and visited with a good friend of his in Miles City, and hence was born Universal Athletic Service out of a classroom in Broadus, Montana. So, pretty cool story.
So I called Larry Ostheim and I said, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I don't know what I'm going to do." And I said, "Want to try selling sporting goods?"
Here's a little binder with catalogs. You're our salesman. Go get them, kind of deal.
He took his '56 Pontiac, went on the road, and our first ever sale was a case of tape.
I was driving around in a little old '54 Pontiac with my little suit and tie on, going into schools with these catalogs, didn't know a darn thing about what I was selling.
I had to go to Miles City and buy the case of tape and ship it to Willow Creek High School.
Sold 6 rubber softballs to this guy. Now this is Worland, Wyoming. Didn't know where to get them. Called Dick, sold 6 rubber softballs. Where the heck are we going to get 6 rubber? We didn't know anything. Went out, had the car, '54 Pontiac, got a flat tire, didn't have a spare. So, I mean, this is kind of a pretty amazing moment as we're starting out. That's kind of how it was in those days.
And we'd sell it right out of the trunk, take the kids' money and go on to the next school and have them lined up at 11 and the next one at 1 and the next one at 4. And
you know, and from there we just grew it. We made a lot of friends, drank a lot of beer.
We weren't big enough at the time with one store to be very effective. So we had to either get bigger or actually get out.
Went to a lot of tournaments, went to a lot of games, cared about the people we were selling to.
Larry and I at one time on a Friday night, we'd figure out that I'm going to go to Belgrade, Manhattan, and Three Forks, and he's going to go to Bozeman High, Livingston, and wherever. And I'd be at Belgrade before the game started. The coach would see me. I'd be out of there. I'd be in Manhattan by halftime, and he'd see us when he'd coming off the floor or back on the floor. By the end of the game, I'm in Three Forks. So we'd see him and they'd see us watching their games, and so.
I remember when I sold a set of jackets to Shepherd, like the first year we were in business, I was so proud of these gold jackets with Shepherd on the back of them. Took them down, drove to Billings, delivered them to Pete Williams, and I'd spelled Shepherd wrong on the dang jackets.
We learned a lot, and we made a lot of mistakes in learning, but we always went that extra step, even when we were screwing up, to make it right.
God, they were just frickin' beautiful. And I remember going to the state tournament when they came out in those white warm-ups. I could draw them up for you right now. That was a big moment because we made it to the state tournament with our uniforms. That was cool.
That goes right along from where it started on a bar napkin. You know, you'd write down, somebody says, "Hey, I need a dozen softballs." You'd write it on a bar napkin, you come back home and, you know, pretty quick they're getting a phone call going, "Hey, when did you need them?"
We made runs late at night, early in the morning to get gear to our customers.
Running across the, you know, the grass to the dugout with the new stick for this kid and just seeing their eyes light up like, you know, hey, I'm going to be able to play today now because I've got my new bat.
And, you know, coach is waiting on the sidelines. The kids are standing there without their uniforms. Bingo, here comes the Universal guy. He shows up, pulls it out of the back of his trunk and says, "Here it is, coach."
Those kids, it's crazy how their eyes light up when they get a new set of uniforms and stuff. And
you don't see that anymore, the customer service side of things. And that's been instilled in us from day one.
You know, I was on both sides of that as an athlete growing up in high school. I bought my letter jacket here, and proud to be able to say I came on the other side and tried to maintain the same level of service that the salesmen and the employees that had at Universal when I bought here. You know, they set the bar for us, and hopefully as employees we're doing the same thing that they did.
I think it's a work ethic atmosphere too. You'd be embarrassed to work there and not do your share.
Larry and Dick taught me what the meaning of hard work and what the real meaning of business is. It's not about how much you sell, but what you do to make people feel good about when you deliver their goods to them on time. It's a lot more than just making a sale in dollars and cents. It's about, taking care of people and making sure they have the best equipment you can provide them.
For us to be, rated as one of the top team dealers in the whole country.
We're a unique group in that, everybody really has a lot of passion for the company and the work we do. And I'm old-fashioned, but the more it changes, the more it's the same for me. Is that it's still about relationships, and we can never forget that. I mean, the guy that runs the Little League in Bozeman is still as important today as he was when we started.
I think that's one of their core principles of this company, and I think that's hard to find nowadays. I think they have a higher level of understanding of that than most companies around. And you can just tell by the way that customers respond to you when they come in, and you see the same customers over and over. I just think that that's pretty amazing, and again, very fortunate and privileged to work for a company that has that, because there's not a whole lot of that tradition around anymore.
That is what we're all about. That's what we do, both at work and away from work.
To me, we're just a solid Chivy doing the right thing.
So I think that'll carry through always in Universal.
We're going to continue to do it, and our next generation of Universal Athletic employees are going to do it as well. And stay open late for somebody, arrive early, just for somebody so they can get something to compete with that day. That's how serious we take it, and that's the level of service that we want to provide.
We're always there sponsoring every activity that's, school related. We even, we do scholarships for kids going to college.
Our impact on communities and youth athletics is huge. Our employees are often coaches. We volunteer for all sorts of youth programs.
Everyone's really friendly. It's like a big family.
How people treat each other, everyone's treated like they're the best part of the business.
It's been a great 30 years. And the friends, the people, I don't know of any other company that you could find as many good people.
Great people, and it's a good company.
I don't think there's a limit to what Universal can do. What the people can do.
That's why we probably have 20 or 25 people that have been here over 20 years. And I think that's the greatest testimony to our company of anything, is that.
There's a lot of young guys now, and I think that this company has nothing but great possibilities because of the young blood that's in there now.
I love where we're at. I mean, I love our people. I just love their energy. I love their passion. I love how smart they are. I love how much they get it.
The thing that I'm most excited about is just what we're doing with the web.
Some of the cool community aspects that we can do with the website, and because the web and the internet is such a versatile area, and you can do so many things with it. If you dream it, you can usually put it together and make it. So it opens a whole new world for us because we've never been out in that area before.
And I think Universal Athletic has started to push the envelope a little bit more.
Where I see that taking us into the future, and it's just such a picture of your company, it's...
Man, we're just going to go out there and kick some butt in the next 20 years, the next generation, because there's guys on board that, hey, they know this business, they're great with people, they're great at selling, and I'm excited for Universal.
I love where we're at. I mean, I think we're positioned perfectly to integrate the old with the new, and I believe the old. I know I am willing to listen and willing to understand and accept the things that we need to do that I don't totally understand, but I know we need to do them. So,
hi Larry, it's Blake Barnes. Just want to let you know that I'm going to be taking over for you as president here shortly. So if you do me a favor and just kind of clear out your stuff out of your office for me. I've got a lot of stuff I'd like to move in. Got my mini fridge and stuff that you can get those files out so I can get my stuff in as soon as possible. That'd be great.
Well, when I first talked to Brian Pepper about the job, the thing that intrigued me most was that he said they were going to start building a huge statue in front of the store of Brian, doing something like this. So that was pretty intriguing.
After 20 years, there's a lot of memories.
And fortunate along the way to be able to do something that I truly care about and love with people that I care about. So you guys have set a wonderful example that a lot of people have to live up to. And that's something that I strive to do, every day when I come to work.
Well, I just say thank you for the great 30 years. And I wish that I was young enough that I could say I wish for another 30, but hey, I never know. Thank you.
Let's go have another great 37 years.
That's my message. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for building this company.